Every number one dad mug now changes every day to show the actual rankings of dads around the world. Why does your dad deserve the number one spot? During my entire childhood, my father dedicated the significant majority of the money to our primary education, my brother and I. I remember long discussions between him and my mom regarding the lack of money for food and clothes. He always stated, "First, the boy's education, the rest we will figure out later." A few times we had to count on donations for basic stuff like furniture, clothes and even food sometimes. Because of his effort, we got a high-quality education who helped both of us to join a public university. Today, we all have a better life because of his effort. We escaped poverty just because he held it tight. We are the only ones in our entire family. He is also responsible for our strong reading habit. He always found a way to give us the opportunity to read books and comics. Because of him, today I'm pretty sure that quality education is the best way to change the world. P.S. We live in Brazil, where the primary public education is not that good, and most of the opportunities in public universities are for those who have money and time to prepare for the tests. My shirt says "World's okayest dad" may have already changed, Ike. My parenting skills are in the 37th percentile, just doesn't make a snappy shirt. I actually kind of want this on a shirt now, to wear to my stepdaughter's soccer games. You're at least 50th percentile if you're actually going to soccer games. I'd bump that up to at least the 80s seeing as he's a stepdad. Mine would drop me off at baseball and make me walk home. Walking can be a good thing in baseball. Maybe he was just trying to. Never mind. That's just laziness. Nah, that's being a responsible parent. Stepdad was obviously shit-faced by the time the baseball game was over and didn't want to drink and drive. Stepdad Lamau. It's gonna be weird when some guy's plain mug suddenly shows a father ranking for him. Multiple ranks. Plot twist. Double plot twist, it actually ranks him higher than your dad. My dad went to prison for gun running. To be quite honest, I've never met a gun runner I didn't like. We're all good people deep down. Whether we're smuggling guns, drugs or people. I never said anything about being good people, just that I like them. Hell has a way more exciting guest list than heaven. Music is gonna be way better too. They have the dankest devil's lettuce too. My dad is number one because he raised me all alone when my mom dropped me on his doorstep when I was a baby. He struggled for many years, but I never wanted for anything. He taught me how to box, how to play sports, taught me that girls kick ass, stood by my side mistake after mistake and loved me unconditionally for 30 years. He passed away 7 years ago and I miss him every day. Side note, he was also a total badass with 30 tattoos, long hair and an awesome beard. Total biker dude who scared the shit out of everyone but was a teddy bear. Fair play, my dad will settle for number 2 next to your dad then. Your dad can be number 1 too. Hey, he's great in a different way. He loved being in the army but left it because he was always away from it. We lived in Ireland where he's from after that but moved to England for us because mum wanted to go back. He put himself into debt staying in England after mum divorced him so my siblings wouldn't grow up without their dad. I was at uni. He took a second job delivering pizzas so he could take them out at the weekend. Dad basically gave up all his dreams for us. In Ireland they tend to say da rather than dad. Maybe your dad can be number 1 dad and mine can be number 1 da? You guys are making me cry over here. Bio dad doesn't deserve it, yet did an okay job where he could. Lots of ups and downs but we're really good friends these days. Stepfather 100% deserves it. Dude came into my mother's life when I was almost 10. I was a little shit then, and he tried his very best. As a teen my bio dad told me I didn't have to listen to my stepdad, so I treated him like total shit, when all he was trying to do was make sure I was doing my best in life. He put up with all my bullshit all while already having a fully grown daughter from a previous marriage and having my sister with my mother not long after they got together as well. Dude is a saint for trying to get some stupid ass white boy to just be calm and do the very best I can in life. He's a huge black dude from Jamaica who had life 10 times harder than I ever did, and didn't have to sit there taking shit from me almost daily, but he did because he loves my mother. I'm now 32, and have a wife and child of my own now, and have since openly apologized to him for giving him such a hard time when I was a kid, And we're really close as a family now. Edit, typos that made me look stupider than I already am. He doesn't. As someone else said. He doesn't. But he doesn't have to be. He's still a good dad, but he's also a human who's made mistakes, up to and including in his parenting. And I love him anyway and forgive him for anything he's done wrong, just like he loves me and forgives me for all the things I've done wrong. When I came out, I was afraid of what my dad would do. He's always been a pretty soft-spoken, strong, and capable guy, your stereotypical hetero-masculine dude. I wasn't too worried about my mom cause she was always pretty forgiving, but my dad can be kind of severe sometimes. I came out to them right before I went to school and practically ran down the street to catch the bus. It was so awkward. My mom had caught me with my high school BF the afternoon before, nothing graphic, just cuddling and watching movies after school, and I felt like it was this inevitability I had to get out of the way. When I got home from school that day I was so freaked out. My dad's car was in the driveway, he'd come home early from work. I thought I was gonna cry when he was waiting for me and told me we were gonna go for a drive. I seriously wondered if he was gonna hurt me for a bit. After we drove in silence for a while, he told me that he loved me. Then he said he was proud of me and the man I was becoming. He said he was proud of me for being honest about who I am. This actually did make me cry, 'cause like I said, my dad is really soft-spoken and rarely says stuff he doesn't truly mean. Then we went and got McDonald's hamburgers and ate them at the park like he used to do with me when I was little. I have an awesome dad. Your dad is a real man. The realest man to ever man. I bet his name is Manny Manson. My dad worked hard AF for decades for give us the life we live. He slept 3 hours a day for 20 years just for his children. He worked at a hospital at day and at night. He went to work if they called him, don't matter when it was. My dad is my hero in this case. My father's as lazy as they come during my childhood, so your type of story will always have an impact to me. I'm currently 30 and striving hard to have a different path and lift myself from poverty. If I can be half as hardworking and dedicated as your dad in the next years of my life as a family man, then I can be assured that I have led a purposeful life. My dad is number one because he never stopped fighting to create a better life for me and my 4 younger siblings. He worked 2 jobs while attending university. Even when he was diagnosed with stage 4 melanoma skin cancer, he refused to give up in showing us how much he loved his wife and children. I'm 23 now and it's been 12 years since his passing. He's still the number one dad because his influence is still shaping the man and husband I'm becoming. I drive every day to make him proud and to be the number one son. I look forward to the day when I'm able to embrace him again one day and tell him so many stories. He's ducking awesome. He's probably the strongest person I know, and has sacrificed a ton to give my mother and me the best possible life. He's human and has his flaws, but character-wise, he really is what I think a family man should be. I'm gonna go call him now. Because he won the award for instantaneous disappearance. Nice. So has a magician. His dad is Chris Angle, so he's probably just hiding behind the curtains. My dad is number one dad because he treats my younger half-siblings like they're his own. He knows their father is a terrible dad and my mom passed away several years ago, but even before then he would buy us all, 6 of us, only 2 his children, really amazing Christmas and birthday presents. They weren't always super expensive, but they were always stuff we like, whereas my stepdad didn't bother with me and my sister, and regularly bought his daughters second-hand McDonald's Happy Meal toys, scruffy teddy bears, baby toys or dog toys etc., but buys his son a new laptop, DS, phone etc. Also, when my mom passed away, my dad and my stepmom paid for the funeral because my stepdad didn't want to. I couldn't wish for a better dad, or stepmom for that matter. Even though we're adults now, he still does a lot for my sister with Asperger's and is an amazing grandparent to my daughter.